CDU message displayed. Enter IRS position.
Alright, hello everyone. Hope you're doing well. Here we are on the ground at Philadelphia, going to Indianapolis in the old Microsoft Flight Simulator. Do we have any traffic around? Let's see. Not on the ground.
Heading out for my checks.
We just call that FedEx that I can see. Can you just check my levels and chat, Marshall? Alright, so we had another battle with our first officer to get him to connect. I've been having real issues with that recently. I don't really understand why. Auto connect is off. I learned from
Marshall Fairbrother
from Rob last time. Yeah, that's working. From Rob, the auto connect is very unreliable, so to connect it manually, and generally that has been working, but on some occasions it just seems to not connect. It'll just say like hello captain or whatever, like he did last time, and just sit there. But eventually got him to connect, and so here we are. We're at gate parking 4 at Philadelphia. I'm not sure if this is really a suitable parking. It's the one that I chose from the menu. I'd like to kind of move to a bigger gate, but if I do that it's going to mess up our ground power, and I don't know if we're going to be able to get it back with first officer, so I'm just going to leave as is, and we'll deal with it. So right, so yeah, no one's online currently for Philadelphia, although I do see an Indianapolis center, so we're gonna get him. Let's just make sure that our brakes are gonna be set here. There we go. We can get on here and do our CDU. Our alternate is O'Hare, apparently. Oh, well, we only got cruise level 300. We are gonna be on a cruise for, well, let's have a look. Airtime 1 hour 44, so we might amend that cruise. It's a bit low. Okay, so we'll just take 22.1 on the fuel and 1307 is going to be our zero fuel weight, which gives us an 83.2% load level. That works for me, so we're going to go here. We're at KPHL is going to be our position, and then we're going to copy our, as you can see here, GPS left, current position, and we're just going to dump it into our IRS prompt, which will align our IRSs. Hey Jesse, how's it going? Yeah, things are alright. Just doing an MSFS flight here. Right, let's see how well this works. Sometimes this likes to bug out. So origin KPHL.
CDU message display.
It's going to do this lot. I'm trying to, I don't know if this is a TFM thing, but it really, on this page, is really finicky about like KPHL. Come on. Yeah, there we go. It took that time. We're going KIND. Okay, good. Check, it actually took it. Yes, very good. Right, we should have a co-route. So we'll get that. Yeah, and we'll throw that in. Winds here are coming from 13 knots from the north. I'm just going to have a look
Jesse Hernandez.
at the
Good
digitatus
so far.
here.
Have you had an issue with the FSFO not programming the CDU correctly?
I don't have mine to program the CDU, and I haven't tried it, Jesse, so I don't know. To be honest with you, I just do it myself. I mean, I know of people who started out with it programming it and seemed to work. I know they still had to do their departures and arrivals. Sorry, that was KND. That's the wrong one. I wanted Philadelphia. You want the departures. Departure 27 left and 35. Okay. So we'll just take 27 left. It's probably, well, you know, let me see. How long is runway 35? Yeah, it's only 6,500. We'll just do 27 left. And for some reason it's not giving us a departure. It might be a vectored SID. We're going direct to MXE, whatever that is, some kind of VOR probably. No idea.
Jesse Hernandez.
Let's have a look.
So you're aligning the IRS yourself?
Yes, Jesse, yeah. Yeah, we're going to want the Philadelphia 2. That's what we're going to take. It's going to be vectored usually, probably, so it would have been vectors to MXE, but anyway, and we're going to do 27 left. Alright, perfect. Can I see...
Murky Waters Productions. Hey man, how's it going?
Can't see that yet.
I caught your stream. Too much school for me, lol.
We just done my university for a term. Yeah, things are going well, Murky, but yeah, nice to see you. Let's do our init ref now, and then we'll figure out this cruise level a bit later on. So we're going to be flight level 300 apparently, although we're probably going to go higher than that. Put in our 0 fuel weight. We'll just do 4 for the reserves. We don't care. What is our cost index? 74, really? Okay. Well. Alright then. Now it's going to do 474 because of that random bug, so I'm just going to do it again. Alright. And right. N1 limit, we'll just do TO1 and climb 1. And we'll do flaps 5, throw our CG in there, which gives us V speeds 142, 143, 151. So we'll accept those speeds, and then we're going to do our thing here for it. We're going to be on a vectored heading here of runway of 265, and then our altitude can just go to 30,000 for now. If we had ATC, which I don't believe we do. No, we don't. If we did, then we would be maintaining that heading. We'll maintain the heading anyway. We don't want to turn for a little bit, so we'll just let first officer do our heading select when we're ready. And we'll also go and get a wind uplink for the flight, and then we should be about ready to think about pushing back.
CDU message displayed. CRZ wind hustle.
Put ourselves on Unicom, we'll just squawk 2000. Yeah, that's ready. So do you and
CDU message cleared.
Right, let's go and close up our doors. We just got that one to close up. Perfect. And then
Jesse Hernandez. How are you liking the weather engine in MSFS?
yeah, I had no problems with the weather engine so far, Jesse. It's nice not to have to load Active Sky. Things have gone well. Yeah, I've had no issues, to be honest. Yeah, look, we can go all the way up to 37. Well, okay, let's just do like 360 on the cruise here. So we'll do 360. No, I didn't like that for some reason, did it? 360. Oh, it's got this. This scratch pad is very, unfortunately rather, you can't type into the scratch pad directly. There we go. Now it took it. So we'll do that. I'm just going to let it finish up with its tests and things like that. And then we will very soon be ready to push back. It just changed MCP altitude back again.
If I was doing US flights, I would use a plan from FlightAware if I could.
Yeah, it's a good idea, Jesse. Just haven't really bothered, to be honest with you. I spent enough time messing around with first officer who wouldn't connect up to the simulator today, so just want to get airborne, to be honest. This route is okay. Yeah, you do your glide slope and your whatever GPWS tests.
Wind shear. Wind shear.
Excellent.
Terrain. Pull up. Airspeed low. Airspeed low. Sink rate. Pull up. Terrain. Pull up. Don't sink. Don't sink. Too low. Terrain. Too low. Gear. Too low. Flaps. Too low. Terrain. Glide slope. Bank angle. Bank angle.
Approaching minimums. Minimums. 2,500. 1,000. 500. 400. 300. 200. 100. 50. 30. 20. 10.
Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear. Too low. Terrain. Caution. Terrain.
Okay, just had to sort something out there. Right, we're gonna do a pushback then to the. Doesn't really matter actually. Probably to the left. So we're just gonna get him to fire up our APU here, whilst I prepare this pushback. I'll go to the outside view so we can hear the APU power up, because it's always very nice.
CDU message displayed. GPS are invalid.
Didn't mean for it to do that. Oh well. So we'll just go on to APU power. Okay, so we're all set up, ready to go. It's just going to do the fuel pumps, and let me just reset our MCP. altitude was 36. There we go, packs are now off, and we are ready. We're at parking position 4 apparently.
CDU message
Philadelphia Vision 2 Delta Whiskey's pushing off parking spot 4, nose left. Who knows if it is actually parking spot 4 is what the simulator says, but you never know with these things. Right. We're going to
Cockpit to ground.
there we go.
Go ahead. Clear for push and start. Tail to the right. Copy that. Ready for push, tail right. Release brake brake, please.
Alright, we will do that.
Brakes released.
Oh, they were already released apparently. It's fine. And yeah, my trim is still moving with my flat lever. That's not correct. Anyway,
Starting engine 2.
let's get this thing started up regardless, and flaps are also going out.
Microsoft Flight Simulator 12930. Number 2 starter engaged. Number 2 fuel overload. Number 2 generator active. Flat side. Number 2 mission on. Number 2 started off.
I'm still here, I'm just messing around with this recording.
Yeah.
Engine number 2.
Rook
Engine 2
Talon.
cut out.
Your friendly Rook watching out for bird strikes since I communicate with birds on a
Starting engine one.
semi-regular basis.
Oh well, tell them to stay clear of Philadelphia for the next 30 minutes. And also Indianapolis. And anywhere in between. Yeah. Yeah. PMDG pushback is doing okay. Who knows where it's pushing us to, but well, some kind of pushback anyway. There goes number 1, almost ready to go. Flaps are at 5. And this guy wants us to do a parking brake. Yeah. Well, they're not set yet, dude.
Engine 1 cut out.
There you go. Okay, well, we have pushed back, and he's going to disconnect. That's one thing at least.
All engines stable.
Yeah.
Check the
All
doors.
engines are stable. That is the doors problem, the doors bug, which is definitely a bug, because it says so on the Discord. And as far as we're concerned, you can just do your thing first, officer, and
CDU message displayed. CDU message clear.
sort out our buses and packs and all that good stuff. You're going to hear the packs turn back on. There you go, they're fired back up. Get some air into the cabin. Engines are going to continuous, which is max continuous thrust, which is what you always want for departure. And on landing also, in case you have to do a go around, of course. And in a second we're just going to run our taxi checklist so that we can check our flight controls, and then we'll be good to reposition. Just gonna check that we don't have any. Yeah, we got no ATC on here. We just got Indianapolis centers on. See Boston as well. But yeah, let's do a taxi
Jesse Hernandez.
checklist right here.
Did you ever figure out how to tell FSFO if the runway is different than the runway you're given? Can you still do what you do in FSFO Pro with the runways dialog in FSFO?
Projected takeoff.
Flight controls. Full left.
Yeah, Jesse,
Full
you
right.
can. I'll show you.
Full back.
It's
Full
pretty
forward.
straightforward.
Check.
Ground equipment.
Clear.
Checklist complete.
So you just go into here with Alt. You go to buttons, performance, and then you'll see a bunch of stuff here. But you'll see it says here 27 left button, and there's a combo box. So you can choose here. So we could choose 08, 09 left, whatever we're using. As it happens, we are using 27 left. Then to get rid of it, you just go buttons and hit performance again, tab, and you tab back around to your checklist buttons. And we'll do the before takeoff before we even reposition, just for good measure.
Flash.
Set.
Stabilization.
And it's the same thing
Set.
for the arrival runway. You just have to tab around that dialog a bit more to find it. And you can change things like your auto brakes in there. Obviously it's not labeled, so you just got to kind of test it out and figure out, okay, this is the right one, you know, like for example, if you find one that's got like options 1, 2, 3, 4, then you know it's your auto brake setting for landing, things like that. But obviously he does need to make a change to that. Philadelphia traffic, Vision 2 Delta Whiskey. So 737 shortly repositioning, 27 left for departure, inability to taxi due to visual impairment and software limitation. Anyone on 27 left, give us a shout and we'll hold the position for you. Right, so we'll just, that was very quiet around here, no one's at Philadelphia, seems. Just gonna pause the simulator and
Page 1 of 1. Press ESC to resume. Press
pull this
E to
up.
load / save. Press home to
and no
restart.
one is letting us know they're there,
Press
so
into main menu.
let's just go.
Approaching runway 27 left on runway 27 left.
Alright, so I think we're good. Do that, oops. Center my rudder thing, and oh yeah, I also need to do this. Right, let's go then. Let's try and keep this thing on the center line. Oh, hold on, are our brakes set? Is that the problem? Oh no, it's just spoilers. And there's Toga. Oh wait, what?
15 knots.
Oh.
20 knots.
No, maybe our auto throttle wasn't.
21 knots. 22 knots. 27 knots.
Oh, hold on guys, we've got a problem here. Toga's
32 knots.
not arming for some reason.
31 knots.
Just applying our brakes and just pull to a stop. Okay.
Options menu.
Yeah, shush.
Page 1 of 1. Press ESC to resume. Press space to load / save. Press home to restart. Press End to main menu.
Okay, let's try that again. For some reason, Toga wasn't working.
Thrust set.
Checked.
Okay, now it's working.
27 knots.
Philadelphia Vision 2 Delta Whiskey departing 27 left.
43 knots.
Checked.
59 knots. 74 knots.
80 knots.
Stay on the
Check.
center.
73 knots.
Ooh, hello.
71 knots. 81 knots. 95 knots. 107 knots. 120 knots. 131 knots. 143 knots.
V2.
Airborne. 96 knots. On ground. Airborne. On ground. Airborne. On ground. 17 knots. Airborne. On ground. 17 knots. 33 knots.
Alright, something is very wrong with my controls here.
49 knots.
Not sure what's going on.
Talon.
They've become
64
very
knots.
sensitive.
Difference between a yoke and a flight stick.
62 knots.
John got the honeycomb alpha and I want to know.
77 knots. Airborne. On ground.
Yeah, just stop.
Airborne.
Just stop.
On ground.
Let me see if I can just figure out what's wrong with these controls.
Options menu. Page 1 of 1. Press ESC to resume. Press space to load/save. Press home to restart. Press into main menu.
Jesse Hernandez.
So my brakes? Is that
Wow,
the problem?
That went nowhere, no fast.
Yeah, essentially. Let me see if my brakes are gonna work.
Jesse Hernandez. First I ever hear the people scream.
Yeah, that's because you're not using sim sounds. It's on sim sounds. Yeah, I know FS Airlines. I know. Continue flight. That's fine. Yeah, I don't know. It was like all my controls just became really super sensitive. Let me just check we don't have any failures. Yeah. Yeah, nose tire balance. Let's just clear that. Okay. I should. Oh yeah. What's the difference between a yoke and a joystick? Well, a joystick is just a stick, and a yoke is more for the Boeing planes. If you've got a stick, I guess it's more for any plane. The yoke is more really designed for the Boeing aircraft. But I mean, they'll both get the job done. They're just you know, slightly different. But really, you can get either for the pmdg. Okay, good. So we have no more failures. Yeah, let me try this again then. Let's see how we do this time. I'm just going to yeah, so my flight controls should be centered. So let's try that again.
Jesse Hernandez. I thought failures were disabled.
$14 knots.
There's
22 knots.
Toga.
38 knots.
Stay on the center line.
54 knots. 70 knots.
It's really not
85 knots.
going to respond to my inputs on the
99
rudder.
knots.
Well, it's a little bit better.
112 knots. 125 knots. 138 knots. Airborne.
Whoa,
On
look at
ground.
it. What
Airborne.
the fuck is it doing?
90 knots. 74 knots. 87
Look at
knots.
that. It literally just went from
100 knots.
like normal
140
to like
knots.
like something is not
126 knots.
correct.
138 knots. Airborne. 148 knots.
Don't see.
It's also not telling me whether we're okay. That's not bad.
Gear up.
But look at it, it's going left and I'm not making any left input. At all.
Tyler Chambliss. I've had that happen a few times.
Yeah, look, it's still going left. it's just going left like hell. There's no particular reason for it. First officer also did absolutely nothing, so
VNAV on. Heading select on.
yeah, that's fine.
Command A on.
Alright, I think we're good now. Yeah. VNAV's got it, and heading select can get us on the right heading. Oh, go away. Right, okay, well we can now take flap 1,
Flaps 1.
and then go flap up in a second. But yeah, I don't know what's up with, I don't know if there's a way to adjust sensitivity, but that was just crazy. Like, it wasn't really responding to my input at all. Alright, we can definitely go flaps up. Alright.
Flaps up.
Yeah. Alright, we can run that. And let me also check.
On. Packs. Auto. Gear.
Tyler Chambliss. Good OLE MSFS.
Yeah, that was pretty ridiculous.
Landing gear.
Having a look on FSA, but it looks alright. Restored flight, high speed. Yeah, okay. Other than the fact that we had to restore it. Yeah, the gear's up.
Flaps. No lights. Checklist complete.
Other than the fact that it's got a restore thing, it doesn't look like it's got any penalties, so I think we're all okay. And then now we can take our direct to MXE and use LNAV. What else did we have? Jesse, you thought failures... failures just means that you won't get things like an engine failure or something random like that. You can still get wear and tear failures like nose tyre failures, hydraulic fluid needs topping up, things like that.
Jesse Hernandez.
Also reconnect
How
here.
come the climbing speed doesn't change, the engine's still at full power?
I don't know, to be honest with you, if it changed. Should change. Probably because we were only using climb 1. The engines aren't at full power right now. They're in a derated state. Let's make sure. There we go. You might be right, actually. I think auto throttle. There we go, look, there you go. Now they've gone to climb. They were still at TO, I think. Yeah, now they're at climb. You heard them come back a bit. First officer's also not really doing his job, is he? He's supposed to do the landing lights. I'm just going to restart him.
VNAV on. LNAV on. Command A on. Passing 10,000 feet.
That's better. Yeah, for some reason his auto flows system got disrupted.
So when it does that bounce that you saw, the plane thinks you've landed, so your auto throttle won't go. That's also why first officer bugged out.
Yeah, makes sense.
Jesse Hernandez. I am waiting to get my joystick back so I can fly right.
Yeah, good luck with this simulator. It might I think what the part of the issue was we had a major, well, not a major crosswind, but we had a crosswind because we were taking off from 27 left and the winds were coming from the north at 13 knots. So we had somewhat of a crosswind. In P3D that would not be a problem really, because you can use your controls to counteract it, but in this simulator, for whatever reason, it's
Jesse
just
Hernandez.
super sensitive.
I did sort of a successful flight with the Xbox controller.
Oh, you were trying to use the Xbox controller, yeah. Right, who's contacting us now? New York Center. Okay, so we are inbound Pensy. York Hello Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, passing 13000, climbing 360, inbound Pensy.
Jesse Hernandez. Have you tried the classic flight model?
7120, Vision 2 Delta Whiskey.
Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, climb and maintain level 300.
Is it possible we could get 360 actually, Vision 2 Delta Whiskey?
Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, climb and maintain level 360.
Thanks, 360, 2 Delta Whiskey. Alright, that's what we got set. Have I tried the classic flight model? No, I haven't tried it yet. I've never had it that bad, to be honest with you. It's always been... It definitely seems to want to go off the center line more than P3D, but I've never had it go that bad.
Good suggestion, Jesse. That might help.
I'm not sure how that would work with the pmdg though. I want to keep the nice flight model because I also enjoy how this thing flies and interacts with the weather. I think it's more just a sensitivity problem, to be honest with you. I think it needs to be a lot less sensitive because no other simmers have that kind of problem in the side of world. And the classic model is more like FSX's old model, so if I can get this one to work, I'd much rather that. But I just need to figure out how you're supposed to turn the sensitivity down.
Jesse Hernandez. Just was suggesting that since it is another option.
Step by 368 here, go ahead.
Yeah, it's a last resort option. But really it should be fixable without doing that, since everyone else, I don't really know of anyone using the classic flight model.
Step by 368, signal transponder squawk 7116. Squawk 7116.
I don't think PMDG really develops with the classic model in mind, to be honest. I mean, it might work, but I'm sure the latest and greatest innovations are going to be interacting with this model, so. Right, so you should do transition level now, first officer. You're going to do it, or?
1983 New York Center, hello.
Oh, unless you already did it.
Transition altitude.
Oh no, okay.
Check.
It's fine. So it's doing its auto stuff correctly now we restarted.
Jesse
It's fine.
Hernandez. Can you call the lovely people at ARA?
Maybe, yeah, I had a little look the other day at the sensitivity, because like I said, it's never been that bad. It's always just been, well, it's always been somewhat sensitive, but that was just another level. That was really, really sensitive. So when I messed around with it the other day, there's a sensitivity button on the controls section for the joystick, but when I clicked it, nothing seemed to happen. And I couldn't seem to find like a slider, but I had a very brief look at it and then just left it alone. So yeah, I think that's because even when I'm pulling back on the joystick, it's a lot more sensitive.
To fly those planes that were banned because of computer problems when they first came out?
Yeah, I can hear Marshall. Yeah, even the elevators are way more sensitive. So I think we just need to turn the slider down. If we can access that slider with the Xbox controller, then that would be good. Are you talking about the 737 MAX with that? I'm guessing. There isn't a good one at the moment. PMDG are making one.
Flight 368, we're going to contact 10 miles southeast of, correction, southwest of the Robbinsville, via wire flight level 3, down in show. Flight 368, flighting 040, have a route
down.
unable to copy.
Tyler Chambliss.
040,
So were you reliably able to get through the flight conditions screen? In the newest update, the narrator jumps me to the time of day part of the screen and I can't get off of it.
Yeah, I'm having no issues with the flight conditions screen at the moment. I'm able to change things on there, yeah, because I just changed from live traffic to off just for this flight now, actually, because I was using live traffic earlier and now I'm on VATSIM, obviously, so yeah, I've had no issues with that. Yeah, we got a very high climb speed here because of that cost index. Inbound flirt. Oh look, we got V-pilot stuttering here. It's TFM. Let's fix this.
Tyler Chambliss. Odd. A few days ago I went to go do a flight in Germany on VATSIM since there was ATC. Jesse Hernandez. I wonder how to do a group flight on MSFS.
Center tanks below 1,000 tons.
There we go, that stops
Tyler
the stuttering.
I had to go to P3D because it wouldn't let me get past the time of day part.
Huh, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, it seems right here. Are you on the beta? Or are you on the official one? I haven't had an update over the past few days. I haven't had any updates sent to me. How would you do a group flight? What you mean with the multiplayer? You could join the multiplayer and set your traffic to multiplayer. You could do that. Alright, so we are going inbound to flirt. We're just passing over that now, and yeah.
Tyler Chambliss. No, just the official build.
Oh, I don't know then. Yeah, I haven't had any updates since I installed it over the weekend, and it's been alright. I mean, the focus does jump around a bit, but that's just how it acts normally. But I am able to change things.
Nightbed. Donations are not necessary, but if you would like to support the stream in any way, visit https://www.paypal.me/vipalots.
United 688 to set a maintain level 330. Descending flight level 360, United 688. Step 368, set a maintain level 350. 350, set flight 360. Iberia 1983, correct and Captain over Charlie Sierra November, rest around and change.
Jesse Hernandez. Later on, Tyler, do you want me to see if I can help you?
Iberia 1968, clear direct Captain over Charlie Sierra November. Southwest 8375, New York Center, go ahead.
Time is supply level 350.
Southwest 8375, squawk 7111.
7111.
Oh, we can have a look at our so arrival.
8375 at a contact 45 miles southwest of the Rob.
Let's see if that's correct. Info Quebec. Yeah, 5 left. Let's just check if we need a transition on the approach. No, it's vectored, so just execute it. What did he just say? It sounded like he said the Asobo 3.
So Declan, why Chuck get in
Drag
for
REQ after
Christmas?
Halcog.
I got a new electronic drum set. It came a few days ago.
Oh, nice.
What was this?
Oh, shush.
CDU message cleared.
What'd you say, Marshall? Yeah.
Over speed warning.
has turned off the seatbelt sign. You're free to get up and use the lavatory. However, we ask that you do not form a line at the front of the aircraft.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. Our airspeed just increased by like an extra 20-30 knots and then came right back down. Alright. There must be some weather. Oh yeah, winds at 118 knots. That's why, okay. It's back to normal now. Okay, that was interesting. Good to know the overspeed warning works.
Tyler Chambliss. LOL, MSFS's weather is YAAI too exaggerated. Oh well. Jesse Hernandez. I wonder how this gets its weather and if it is better than active sky.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's the weather's been okay, but I've not had any issues with it until then. That was very weird. That was like a weird like pocket of turbulence where it just for like 5 seconds just smashed us and then just backed off, which is very weird. When we were doing Cross the Ditch the other day, Rob had an incident with the weather where on final approach it suddenly just smashed him to the ground. Like I had some turbulence in active sky, but it was manageable. His just cut out his autopilot and smashed him to the ground. So I think it is a bit too exaggerated sometimes, yeah.
Gonna maintain 340 JetBlue 224. This is 2 Delta Whiskey Cleveland Center offline with a service terminated, change to advisory for connect.
Unicom Provision 2 Delta Whiskey, thanks for coming on, see you next time.
Tyler Chambliss.
Shush.
Hell no, it's not better than active sky. Sighted people have even complained that wind gusts and turbulence are too exaggerated.
Yeah, yeah. It seems to just have a couple of moments where, you know, I mean, in general, it's fine. It's been giving me accurate weather at airports compared to the real metas. It's been giving me pretty accurate weather at cruise, but it does seem to have these moments where it just goes into like overdrive mode, and just, I don't know if it's like a sudden weather change that causes it, but yeah.
How's that Oxford College? We talking like 10-page long essays every week? Or easier than that, but not by much?
Pretty much, yeah. Maybe not quite 10-page essays, but a couple of essays each week, usually about 2,000 to 3,000 words. It's the reading that really kills you. There's so much reading to do from all the provided reading lists. But it's, in terms of whether I'm enjoying it, and the social side of the college is great. Yeah, so, yeah. I know what I signed up for. It's a lot of work, but I enjoy it, I guess. You enjoy it for a bit. If you really enjoy your degree, then you quite get into what you're writing about. It's definitely after like 7 or 8 weeks of doing essays, it's like this is getting old now. Just stop. So by the end of the terms, you're like, yeah, to hell with this. Okay, we're good, and going inbound. Climbing very slowly, and we're going back up again. Oh, look at that, 347 knot ground speed. Winds at 123 knots. Ugh. Okay, well, we're just going to go into the cruise page here, and we're going to put 0.81.
CDU message displayed. Invalid entry.
Oh,
CDU
don't start messing me around. .81. There we go, that's better. Maybe we had something in the pad already. And we're just going to speed it up.
College sure is fun, ain't it? LOL.
CDU message displayed. Drag REQ after alcov.
I know you want drag.
CDU message cleared.
Not yet. Yeah, college is fun. I enjoy it. Come on. Nearly there. Yeah, a couple more 100 feet to go. Yeah, when we land, I'll take a quick look at that sensitivity, see if I can find out exactly what we're supposed to do. Because yeah, like I mean, even in P3D, pulling back. There we go. We're at cruise now. Pulling back on the elevators. I have to put significant amount of back pressure in, which is quite nice because like you have to, you know, you actually feel like you're lifting off, and it's more, you know, again, if you've got to make a rudder change,
Jesse Hernandez.
it's not too bad. But
what synth is that?
in MSFS it loves to shoot up, so I just have to put the smallest amount of back pressure in, and the rudders until today have been fine, but I think with that crosswind it was just not
Donations are not necessary.
not taking
If
it.
you would like to support the stream in any way, visit
What synth is this? It's Nuance. Nuance, let me check.
I'm figuring lobster once a week for dinner and such. Then, I go to a private school too and can't say I've experienced that either.
Malcolm, yeah, Malcolm Nuance for the moment. Yeah, well, we do have formal like 3 or 4 course meals that you can go to, yeah. What did we have last term? There was one formal where they had guinea fowl. That was I guess you would consider quite Oxfordish. But I mean, they don't do. Obviously, they don't do that every day. Like normally, it's just your regular meals. But you can have. You can sign up to go to one of the formal dinners on a Wednesday or a Friday, and they're always very nice. I mean, they're very nicely set out. They're in the hall with, you know, like candles and wine and whatever. So they're very nice to go to. But yeah, you don't do it all the time. Oh my god, at Mach 0.81. we've got 345 knot ground speed. Yuck. What is going on? I picked the wrong way to fly. I should have flown this the other way from Indianapolis instead. Then we would have had a great tailwind.
Brooke Talon. You gotta like put on a coat and tie in class?
Not in class, you do to go
Tyler
to the
Chambliss.
formal meals, yeah.
Have fun LOL.
And the exams. You have to wear your suit and Oxford gown and bow tie, yeah. And if you're going to exams, you also have to take your mortarboard cap. For no particular reason, you don't do anything with the hat, but you don't even have to wear it, you can just carry it, but it's part of the uniform, so you have to take it with you. Yeah, I don't know how this thing managed to get an overspeed with this amount of headwind. How the hell did it get an overspeed? What was it doing? If we had a massive tailwind, I'd be understandable, but yeah, it's Possessed Sim 2020. That's what it is. You think it's just a flight sim? Well, no, it's Possessed Sim, and you've got regular flights can be disrupted by random, unexpected things, like the plane spinning like a top on the runway, or sudden weather changes.
Brooke Talon.
46
Honestly,
minutes.
cool stuff. Definitely not anything like what I'm experiencing, but then again I like a more informal type thing anyway. Famous though. Very famous. Murky Waters Productions. You can reenact the opening scene of Final Destination.
Yeah, I think we're going to be reenacting that here in a minute. Yeah, I mean it's a very cool tradition. You know, there's a lot of debate within the Oxford community, and there has been for a long time about whether those kind of things should be scrapped. But generally, they've stuck around because it's kind of contributes to the aura surrounding the institution, the tradition, and you know, it's just something that makes Oxford Oxford, I guess. You know, it's a brand at the end of the day. As much as it is a great academic institution, you go around the world and pretty much everyone knows Oxford as a brand. So yeah, I think it would lose a lot of its mystique if it just dropped all those things. Well, no, well, I guess not really. No, someone said in chat we're going to reenact the first scene of Final Destination in the simulator here in a minute. Yeah. Well, we are moving, but just very slowly. We can go to our performance here and find our arrival runway. There we go, it's already on 5 left. That's fine. We can make sure our flaps are set to 30. Auto brakes can go like 2 will be fine, whatever, yeah.
It's a cultural thing. Makes sense that there are these kinds of things if the place is like literally nearly 1,000 years old.
Yeah, it's all kind of very much embedded into it, so into the place. So I don't think they're going to be going anywhere anytime soon. Obviously, they can be adapted to be more inclusive, and you know, that's obviously what Oxford's been trying to do, become more inclusive. Whether that be getting more state school students in, you know, whether that be increasing, you know, or altering some of the accessibility of some of the colleges, but yeah, keep the traditions. Alright. Tend to wonder, you know, if that's why Simbrief gave us the flight level 300. Maybe it actually thought the winds were going to be better at flight level 300. I don't know. If we had a active sky, I could load up the active sky weather companion and look at the winds at the different levels, but don't have that, so just stick with what we got, I guess. It's this terrible ground speed. Ugh. See if we can find out here how to change the sensitivity of controls in MSFS. Is there somewhere different?
Must have been so fucking hard to actually get admitted. I don't know how school works in England, but it's not it like one test determines how far you get in life?
Not really. So that would be, I think you're probably thinking of grammar schools, which there's a lot less of now in the UK. Grammar schools and the 11 plus exam. But that's not really anything to do with Oxford. You can go to grammar school, but you don't have to. The way you get into Oxford is you submit obviously your personal statement, etc., all your application details. They use that to whittle down somewhat, and you then do a well, for me it was the history aptitude test because I was applying for history, but it depends what you're applying for. You'll probably do some kind of aptitude test where they will whittle it down further. You then do an interview where they'll basically grill you on the subject, throw random things at you, like maybe get you to analyze something, and whittle it down a bit further, and then yeah, they will usually give you a conditional offer, which means that if you meet your grades in your A-level exams, which is what you take when you're at sixth form. I don't know what the equivalent of sixth form would be, but essentially when you're 18 ish, you're going to take your A-levels, and then if you get the grades that you need to go to university and you meet the grades that the offer has set on it, you will be admitted to Oxford. So there's pretty much like probably 4 stages. There's the personal statement application phase, the test phase, the interview phase, and then the grade phase where you've got to meet your targets in your exams. That's how you get into Oxford. Other universities, just sort of regular universities, can vary. Normally they don't get you to do that. Normally they will just get you to, they will just give you an offer and you have to meet the grades. Normally they don't have an interview and all that stuff going on. Hi Stephen, how's it going? Are you on Indianapolis? I saw there was a centre online at the moment. Yeah, so it's saying here by default all the sensitivities are set to 0. So I don't get that. I'm going to have to look and see if that's accessible and try and change the sensitivity in Microsoft Flight Sim, because these controls are just way too sensitive. I was just fucking wacko on takeoff, that was not. These rudders were just all over the show. Alright. This ground speed is just terrible. 340 knots. Yeah. Yuck.
Stephen Welsh. I am not, but maybe if I have time, I will hop on tower, but I doubt I will because of dinner.
Oh yeah, no worries, Stephen. It's kind of a awkward time for you over there.
I've got my own stream to do in a couple hours.
Oh, you stream? What's your stream? I have to follow it on Twitch. But yeah, it's a bit of a difficult one with me being in the UK.
So it's kinda like Harvard process in America or similar. There's no equivalent to sixth form in America. It's just last year of high school and off to university.
Right.
Welsh.
Yeah, that's probably the same process.
STW222.
Oh, let me you get that link on my phone here and follow your channel. And yeah, it's kind of awkward, isn't it? Because you know, when you're going to usually like probably be controlling, it's like 1 or 2 a.m. over here. So, but I'm sure I'll catch you at some point. I don't. I fly a lot in Europe, slightly less in the States, but I still do the States. STW222. Oh, there you are. I'm Steven. I play games. Minecraft. Okay, that's got to be the right one. It says aviation. There we go. Follow on Twitch. Excellent.
Stephen Welsh. I will be flying today. My streams usually start around 2359 Zulu.
Oh, okay, that's not too bad. I should be able to tune in then, I would expect. It's like midnight over here, but I'm usually still around. I mean, I'm not usually flying at that time. I wouldn't want to get a flight started going at that time, but I can probably tune in a bit, yeah. I can always catch a replay, I guess. What are the, let me see, what are the winds in Indianapolis doing? Because right up here at Cruise, they're just smashing us to all hell. Oh, they're only 0609, that's not too bad. That's actually useful. This is not going to be a crosswind for us, it's just going to be a headwind. The aircraft should be able to handle that nicely. No more crosswinds, we had enough of them on takeoff.
Microsoft Flight Simulator 1930.
Yeah, we'll have to see about sorting something out, Stephen. Because we got an airline for blind pilots, virtual airline.
Just London. New place and sounds like fun. I know not to talk my head off to the locals since no one talks to anyone unless it's for a genuine reason.
We have an airline, BVI Virtual, that does VATSIM group flights relatively often. But we'll have to do something at Indianapolis at some point and organise some ATC and do an actual event, group flight or whatever. You would like to come to England? Yeah, yeah. The culture's slightly different to the US in terms of kind of people's openness, I suppose. But yeah, I mean, it depends where you go. If you go to like a university city, say like Oxford, there's a lot of visiting students there. I mean, it really is very mixed. A lot of Americans, a lot of Chinese, all sorts. How long we got here till descent? Still got 32 minutes. This is just still the same ground speed.
Welsh. KSDF, Kind, KCMH, KCVG, KCRW, KDAY, KLEX, KEVB are major airports I can control.
Yeah, so maybe like Indianapolis to SDF, Louisville, is that right? I think it's Louisville. Louisville. I'll have to look at that list. Some of them, we just got to make sure it's got an ILS. That's the only thing, because it's a lot easier for blind pilots if it has an ILS, because we can use the airplane to get us right onto the runway. If it's RNAV, well, RNAV approaches, you just gotta let it fly it in LNAV, VNAV or whatever, and then just let the autopilot drop out at the minimums and hope for the best, really. Try and keep it straight and heading for the runway. So we've all had many a crash on an RNAV approach.
Diplex Gestrel. Good to see you still flying. I haven't been controlling on the network a lot recently, so I've missed you guys.
Oh hi, yeah, that's understandable, but yeah, glad to see you tuning in. I still don't know how to pronounce that name.
Stephen Welsh. IND to SDF would be less than an hour in a jet.
Yeah, that's the only thing. I don't know if we did. I suppose we could go to SDF and then come back to Indianapolis, do it as a rotation. That'll take up a couple of hours. If we did a bit of a longer flight, I don't know whether we would go out of your sector. But I guess that wouldn't be so bad. If we did it on like a Saturday or Sunday, there's probably going to be ATC on. Like Boston's always on. Let's have a look. Yeah, look, Boston's on right now. So we could go somewhere like Boston and then come back or whatever. I mean, you know, even if we go out of your sector for a bit, pretty much guaranteed ATC in Boston. New York's on, so even, yeah, go to New York.
Stephen Welsh. Kind to KCRW would be good.
KCRW. What is that?
Americans need to drink more tea.
KCRW.
I like it when can afford it. Also, what flight stick or yoke are you using?
Jaeger Airport. KCRW. Alright. Does that have an ILS? Because yeah, we could do that. I've never heard of that airport, but yeah. Yeah, I am liking lemon iced tea right now. What flight stick am I using? So I have, for the flight stick is the Thrustmaster something. I think it might be the T16000 or something. And then I'm using the Honeycomb Bravo throttle quadrant with the throttles, the speed brakes, and the MCP panel. Well, it's not an MCP panel, but you can adjust things on the MCP using the dials. The Bravo is actually really good. It's got a whole bunch of things in one. I really like that.
Stephen Welsh. It has an ILS on both directions of the runway.
Oh, excellent. Okay, so we'd be covered no matter what the winds were at. Yeah, okay, we could do that then. Yeah.
Donations are not necessary, but if you would like to support
I'll
the stream in any way, visit https://www.paypal.me/bipalogs.
I'll drop you an email at some point about it and see if we can figure out a good weekend or something. Just so that I can get all the pilots. I mean, we're not a big airline. We have like, I don't know, 11, 12 pilots or something. But the Biome pilots community is quite small anyway, so not all of them are proficient on VATSIM, but I'd say you're gonna get 5, 6, 7 probably, you know, depends on the day. So yeah. We just need to do TFM here. Set it up for runway 5 left. We can probably safely also go and get a descent forecast uplink. We got about 20 minutes-ish till descent. Just crawling along here. 341 ground speed. Got a
CDU message display.
pretty much
Gas uplink ready.
right on the nose, 125 knot headwind, which is
CDU message cleared.
pretty crazy.
CDU message displayed. CDU message cleared.
Right, so our descent winds are in. We're gonna do 30 degrees.
Let's drag REQ after alpha.
30
message cleared.
Shut up. 30 degrees, which is going to be 149 for our VREF, although we'll double check that near the time because it may well change as we burn off some fuel. Yeah, we're burning 5,500 pounds an hour pretty much.
Stephen Welsh. Well, I would recommend you contact the ZID events coordinator and tell him I sent you.
Yeah, I can definitely do that. Is his details on a website, or do you have an email that you can forward to me? That's probably
Stephen Welsh.
yeah, it's sent out.
His email is on the ZID website. It seems I can't send it here, so I'll send it to your email.
Alright, thanks. Yeah, I'll drop him an email. Indy Center, hello, Vision 2 Delta Whiskey 5036 now.
Delta Whiskey, Indy Center, good evening. Ben,
Okay, he wants us to ident, so I'll do that.
Delta Whiskey, further contact 400 miles to the east of altitude, the alarm level for correction 360.
Thanks. Yeah, I just got your email. I think. Let me check. Yeah, I got it. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I'll drop him an email then. See what. See what sort of time works out.
Brooke Talon. I kinda hilarious how most famous villains have British voice actors or those who do so by affectation.
Yeah. I guess.
Murky Waters Productions. I hate to go but I got class. I'm glad I caught your stream, brother. Take it easy.
Yeah, no worries. Have a good class and rest of your day. So we'll catch you later, Murky. See ya. Well, we're over Ohio. I don't know what that's saying. Kosh something. Kosh Opton. Whatever. Oh wow, guys, we gained a whole knot of ground speed. How exciting.
Air 15, you radar contact position reported level 350, block 6625. Southwest 1071, welcome to John's Line at the left exit taxi to Park Expression Avenue. Say again for Southwest 1071, we're exiting on the left. It's the left exit taxi to Park Avenue. Left enable and then taxiing to Park and Southwest 1071.
Brooke Talon. So you're a history major? I once wrote an essay for history. Was told that I would have failed if I was one.
Yes, I do history. Hey, you once wrote a history essay. Right, we don't need this the screen reader calls it industrial centre. It's IND centre. It just thinks it's an abbreviation. Industrial. It's not. Right. Close this one from New York.
CDU message displayed. Drag REQ after alcog.
Oh, why are you telling me that again? I know.
CDU message cleared.
Number 5532 uniform, the Lexington altimeter 301.
Let's check. FSL lines is still going. Yeah, still fine.
Delta 784, you can proceed direct to Pegasus, cross Pegasus at 4000.
You can Pegasus, cross Pegasus at 4000, yes.
And just for our information, let's have a look what the bottom altitude on this arrival is. No, I don't know. Change that now. And we should get vectors after
CDU message displayed. Drag REQ after alcog. CDU message cleared.
So yeah.
Rogue Talon. I've got an interest in medieval weaponry and black powder guns. Pretty neat how things have changed seemingly so fast within the past centuries.
Oh, okay, yeah, interesting. How far back are you looking there? Are you looking at like cannons and stuff? The French with their cannons.
The legal oximeter is now 3020.
Yeah. Well, so we'll run our descent checklist in preparation here. Should be going down relatively soon.
Set. Recall. Checked. Auto brakes. Set. Landing data. Checked. Approach briefing. Completed. Checklist complete.
NAV1 is localizer.
ILS set.
Localizer is alive. Runway heading 108.
And let's also cross-check our frequencies. So it's set 111.75 with a course of 49, which should be correct. Yeah, that, well, there's this like 1 degree discrepancy in the course, but anyway, that's correct with what the airplane has, so that's good. First officer got it right.
Mainly flintlocks for guns and things like flails and swords for medieval weaponry.
Oh, okay, yeah. Honda Jet. He's in a Microsoft. I think there is one for Microsoft.
Vision 2 Delta Whiskey, you can descend via the Snake Pit 2 arrival runway 5 left to train station. You may now close to altimeter 3025.
Send via the Snake Pit 2 arrival with 5 left transition and 3025 with altimeter vision 2 Delta Whiskey. Oh yeah, I saw he got himself injured for Brazil, yeah. So this arrival, just trying to see what the bottom altitude is. Because the final waypoint's got an altitude that doesn't look, maybe it's 6,000, just going to set 6,000 for now. Right, we'll set that in there, it can start descending when it's ready. 53 miles, yeah. What's our descent speed going to be? Yeah. 320 knots, sounds okay. Oh, my speaker needs charging. So, plug this in before it dies on us. That'll be good. North Louisburg, Ohio.
Delta 784.
Alright.
I just cleared ILS runway 35 right approach.
Jordan Island, approach 35. That's right, sir.
If you want the left side, I can give it to you, but
Dyson are bringing out headphones.
Oh, okay, so yes, we're programming on 35 right. Cleared
Well,
Island approach 35.
they're not known for that. What are they gonna do? Vacuum your ears or something?
Giant 2915 heavy to 785.
Cindy Center, 70 ready for taxi.
Southwest 1070, pass the runway, 10 right.
Taxi will 10 right. 270.
Let's check we didn't have a transition here, so I think we did. Just check. It was the ILS 5, Snake Pit. Yeah, there's only. Yeah. No approach transitions. God, 337 now on the ground speed. This is shit.
Delta 784, the wind at Louisville 010 at 7, runway 35 right, clear to land.
Clear to land, 35 right, 10 right.
Giant 2915 heavy to 718, 4000. United 25 at 65, you can descend via the P for arrival. Descend via the P for arrival, United 65, Union Center, Honda just picked us up, Julia, permission to step away for 10 minutes. Let's see, 10 minutes, I'm probably going to be offline by then. You can stick on this frequency and just report back, but I may be gone by the time you get back. Would be easy if you just gave us the Unicom now. Sure, it works for me. Honda Jet 6, Honda Juliet. Hotel Juliet, ready to start.
Honda 6, Honda Juliet.
Yeah.
Whoops. This guy's going to be gone in 10 minutes anyway, so
1751, thank you, sir. The Cincinnati altimeter 302.
we may not get our vectors. we might be on our own.
City Center Southwest 556 ready to pick up our IFR clearance to Dallas Bus Field information, Charlie. Southwest 556 clearance on course number 1, standby, Giant 29er 15 heavy, turn left, turn heading 090. Southwest 556 is clear to the Dallas Love Airport, radar vector Cincinnati VOR, Charlie Victor Golf, direct to Pocket City, which is Papa X-ray Victor. As filed, climb and maintain 6,000, expect, or correction 5,000, expect level 320, 10 minutes after departure, my frequency, squawk 6626. Southwest 556 is clear to the Dallas Left Field via vector to Cincinnati VOR, then Papa X-ray Victor, then a filed, initial climb to 5,000 feet, then expecting level 320, 10 minutes after departure, walking 6626 and departure frequency with you, Southwest 556.
Very good, he got it all. Most annoying thing you can do as a pilot there is say, oh sorry, I didn't hear any of that, can you repeat? Always be ready to write down your stuff when you've requested your clearance.
Southwest 556, you can expect 10 right, push and start your discretion advisory taxi. We'll expect runway 10 right, and we'll advise you ready.
15 miles to the sun now.
Southwest 1070, the wind at John Glenn, 030 at 5 on departure. Fly heading 120 on the heading, 120 on the heading, runway 10 right, clear for takeoff. Clear for takeoff, 10 right, pilot heading up 120, Southwest 1070.
Approaching top of descent.
Seatbelt select all. Seatbelt select all.
The captain has turned on the seatbelt sign. In a moment, we will be coming through the cabin to collect your trash.
Your trash. Very American.
Delta 784, keep it rolling to the end at the left exit, taxi to the ramp via Kilo and Delta, have a good one, 3. Kilo VFS to the gate, like I said, just as many. Giant 2915 Heavy, the wind is 010 at 735 left, clear to left.
Minus 33 feet to the right. Distance to destination 112/0, 0 hours. Distance to descent 4/0, 0:45. Microsoft Flight.
United 2565, leave line space to the south and west. Message is offline. Radar service is terminated. Frequency change advisories for so long. Southwest 10-7, radar contact, report altitude passing.
Radar contact Southwest 1070, passing 3,000 feet, climbing 5,000 feet.
Southwest 1070, climb, maintain level 360, passing 6,000, proceed direct north.
Passing 6,000, proceed direct York, climb flight level 36 direct.
Alright, we're now into our descent, coming through 330. Look at that, you can actually hear the wind on the outside of the airplane. Yeah, we're just bombing it down here. VNAV's really gone to about 3,400 feet a minute. So, got to be 230 below at this next waypoint. So.
Sorry about that, left turn and have a good left turn.
Just confirming we're expecting runway 10 right for Tower 556, right?
10 right, sir.
Right for Tower 556.
Well, it's been pretty good for ATC. We didn't get any out of Philadelphia, but a bit of New York and Indianapolis. So yeah, it's pretty nice. This is always a good time to fly in the US. Like I said, it's always a bit late in the UK to do it, but if you can catch it at about this time, it's pretty good.
UPS 1379 Heavy in Center, good evening.
Excellent, Cincinnati Control UPS 1379er, engage 41 cargo, request IFR to Boston, ready to go.
UPS 1379 is clear to the Boston Logan Airport, Mario 5, departure, BDOC transition as filed. Climb and maintain 5,000. Expect flight level 310, 10 minutes after. Departure is going to be Unicom 122.8, squawk 6630.
Roger, sorry to Boston, Merit 05 departure, runway 05 left. Initial climb 5,000 feet, expect flight level 310. For departure 122.8, squad 6630 for UPS 1379er Heavy.
UPS 1379 Heavy, the readback is correct. India altimeter 3025. Push and start discretion pass ready taxi.
3025, 1279er Heavy, thank you.
Actually, this guy's going to close up in a minute.
American 691 Indy Center, good evening, sir. Thanks for checking in, but unfortunately I'm going to have to close up here in the next 5 minutes.
And you got Jacksonville online, of course they're online as well. Chicago Towers online.
Southwest 556, you can taxi runway 2, correction 1 and 0 right. Southbound altimeter is currently 3026.
Got the altimeter 3026.
Okay, we've met that restriction there at Snake Pit.
Radar service has terminated frequency change to advisory.
Okay, new waypoint. Babino or something.
1751, Cincinnati altimeter 3024. No traffic.
Change this local altimeter here in a minute.
CDU message displayed. Drag required.
Oh, stupid thing.
Transition altitude. Check. Speed brake arm.
Alright, just give it some speed brake there just to stop that happening. It's going a bit too fast. And there we go over to 1025.
CDU message cleared.
Better.
American 1751, you can descend and maintain 6,000 now.
17,000 feet. ACT altitude 206 degrees 161 BAB 203/1 201 BAB 223/1 16,681 feet ASR.
American 1751, flighting 320, vectors runway 36 right.
ACT altitude 206 degrees 1 CCB 223/12,728 15,000 feet. Slow traffic.
Revision 2 Delta Whiskey, unfortunately I gotta close your radar service with your data frequency change advisory approved. Just be advised there are 3 on the ground at Indy.
Alright, thanks for the info. No worries. See you next time. Vision 2 Whiskey over to Unicom. Bye bye.
American 1751, on that heading, you can join the runway 36 right.
Alright, but we still got 56 miles to run. I'm just going to get rid of this vector point. And
CDU message displayed. Drag REQ after Alcog. CDU message cleared.
We will just keep an eye out on this then. But those on the ground should be able to depart before we even get there. So it should work out okay. And we can also reset our altitude. Just check if we got anyone near us. No, I don't think we got anyone near us, so just those guys on the ground.
Speed brake armed.
Give it some spoilers so we can slow down here. Noblesville, Indiana. Rover. Slowing down nicely, meet the old 250 at 10.
Passing 10,000 feet.
Okay, we've all lit up. Excellent.
Glide slope is alive. NAV1 is glide slope.
$34 miles to go to the runway or to touchdown. Indianapolis Vision 2 Delta Whiskey is 30 miles from ILS 5 left, 8,500. Doesn't seem to be anyone around really.
CDU message displayed. CDU message cleared. CDU message displayed. Drag required.
Yeah,
CDU message cleared. CDU message displayed. Drag required.
I'm giving you drag, shut up. No, we're going to slow down to 210 here. It's part of the drag issue. so we're just gonna do speed intervene now. Take the speed myself. So it's Studham, we're gonna make sure we got approach mode on by then.
Runway 5 left,
Well, that guy's coming in. Indianapolis traffic vision 2 Delta Whiskey, 18 miles south of runway 5 left. Up to you Southwest, you can do a traditional Southwest taxi, bomb it down the taxiway and get out before us probably. That would probably work. Alright, good. Our new init ref is 147. Start slowing it down at 190 here. Take R1.
Flaps 2.
Alright, we're now around Studham, whatever, I don't know.
Lap 5.
So we can arm approach in a second.
Approach hold on.
472 down. Left 89. 478 down. Left 88. 432 down. Left 87. 468 down. Left 87.
That's my fault.
447 down. Left 86.
Just down.
430 down. Left 86. 407 down. Left 86.
Touch my trim there.
376 down. Left 86. 348 down. Left 86. 312 down. Left 86. 255 down. Left 86. CDU message displayed. Reset MCP altitude. 219 down. Left 81. 173 down. Left 7. 157 down. Left 59. 180 down. Left 50. CDU message cleared. 226 down.
Time we got L now.
Left 41. 245 down. Left 34. 188
Gear
down.
down.
Left 23. 137 down. Left 12. 127 down. Left 3. 182 down. Center.
Right,
Gear down.
If you really want to do gear down now.
191 down.
So
Right 2. 134 down. Right 3. 144 down. Right 3.
think we've picked it up. We are on, well, on the localizer. Should we?
CDU message displayed. 118 down. Right 3. Reset MCP altitude. 135 down. Right 3. 133 down.
Yeah,
right
we are indeed on the glide.
144 down.
So we'd go 147. We can go
151 down. Right 2.
Command B.
189 down. Right 2. 225 down.
Take flap 30.
264 down.
Indianapolis
Right
Vision. 2 Little Whiskey 4 mile. Final runway 5 left.
Glide slope is alive. NAV1 is localizer. Localizer is alive. Runway heading 55. NAV1 is glide slope.
Engine
435 down.
Continuous.
Right 2.
Speed brake.
426 down.
Gear.
Right
Down. Flaps. Set.
513 down.
Complete.
Right 2.
Oh.
566 down. Right 2. 599 down. Right 2. CDU message cleared. 662 down. Right 2.
That didn't actually
707 down.
didn't
Right
actually pick up on that glide there, I don't think. It was just a
683
tiny bit
down.
too high. Let's
Right
see if
one.
we can just chase it.
678 down. Right 1.
Approaching runway 05
666 down. Right 2. 603 down.
Might
Right
be a
3.
little bit too high.
475 down.
Let's see.
Right 3.
Might be alright.
370 down. Right 4.
We can just pick it up in a sec.
324 down.
5.
Right 5.
Sync rate.
No.
258 down. Right 5.
Sync rate.
Gear up. Gear down.
Pull up. Pull up. Sync rate.
CDU message displayed. Okay alert.
Command A.
Shut up.
Gear up. Command A.
NAV1 is localizer. Localizer is alive. Runway heading 55. CDU message cleared. CDU message displayed. Okay alert. CDU message cleared.
Alright then, do Vino. We should have on.
Flaps 40.
No, I didn't want flaps 40. Flaps 25.
NAV1 is localizer. Localizer is alive. Runway heading 235.
Oh, shut up.
Glide slope is alive.
You shut that
NAV1
up.
is glide slope.
And Indianapolis Vision 2 Little Whiskey is on the mist. 5 then. Yeah, shut up.
Glide slope is alive. NAV1 is localizer. Localizer is alive. Runway heading 235. NAV1 is glide slope.
Alright, well, we're at 3,000. We are... Looks like we're following the mist. Let me just make sure. Yeah, there we go. So we're going out to Keedy. And we'll just hold 210 knots. And we'll try that again. I think we picked up the L now, but or the localizer, we just didn't pick up the glide slope. I thought it had picked it up, but then it leveled off at 2,000, so it didn't actually pick it up. Yeah, that's alright. We'll just re-input the ILS. So, let's going to give us a bit of room here and fly out to Kidi. Yeah. It's just unfortunately we had to go around there. It wasn't. We were chasing the glide a bit too much. It was just too unstable. We'll just stick at 3,000 because that's the ILS altitude anyway. So let's go back inbound to this. That wasn't really what I wanted. It's gone to Oink, or whatever it's called. I wanted
NAV1 is localizer. Localizer is alive. Runway heading 55.
That. That's better.
Glide slope is alive. NAV1 is glide slope.
Okay. Indianapolis Vision 2 Delta Whiskey just making the turn back in for ILS 5 left, about 20 miles out from the field now. Alright, not bad. We got a minute here till we get back inbound. 12 miles till S-Dome or whatever. And we will try this again. Nav 1 and everything's still all set. Hopefully this time we're a bit lower, so it'll help. Slow, or begin to slow anyway.
Southwest, Indianapolis, Southwest 313. Make a right turn to head south out of 7,000 for flight.
Ah, he's well out of our way.
Flaps 2.
Yeah. We should have enough room here.
Glide slope is alive. NAV1 is localizer. Localizer is alive. Runway heading 55. NAV1 is glide slope.
Now we're good on fuel, 9,500 pounds.
CDU message displayed. Reset MCP altitude.
Yes.
CDU message clear.
Flaps 5.
At least it wasn't a super long missed approach procedure. So I'm the approach mode now.
181 down. Left 110. 293 down. Left 110. 304 down. Left 110. 315 down. Left 111. 325 down. Left 111.
So in a minute we need to make a left turn.
Left 110. 342 down. Left 110.
Set this altitude ahead of
342
time.
down. Left 110. 339 down. Left 111. 311 down. Left 110. 335 down. Left 110.
That will change if we have to.
306 down. Left 110. CDU message displayed. 291 down. Left 110. Average BREF not selected. 260 down. Left 110. 245 down. Left 110. 218 down. Left 106. 193 down. Left 93.
Flaps 50.
I should be
Glide
making
slope
that
is
left
alive.
turn any minute.
NAB1 is localizer. Localizer is alive. Runway heading 55. NAB1 is glide slope.
Let's go gear
Gear
down. Not getting any ILS readings from TFM, so it's kind of difficult to know right now. Yeah, the gear's going down. Shut up. Shut up, shut up.
Flaps 25.
Jeez, that thing's annoying.
Flaps 30.
Right. I think we have it. I think. Let's see. I think we have it. It's looking better. Keep going down. Yeah, we've got it. Alright.
Command B.
Re-engage Command B. Flaps are 30, speed's 147. Phew.
Landing checklist.
Getting those vectors would have been so much easier, but it really wanted to make us work for it today, didn't it? Alright.
Down. Flaps. Set. Checklist complete.
Indianapolis Division 2 Delta Whiskey back on a 3-mile final 5 left. Alright. And we are set. Here we go then, 500 feet. You can hear that trim in the engine, just bumpy. Yeah. Got a bit of wind. We've got 9 knots, mainly a headwind, but yeah. Keep it on that center line. Very good. Flare, touchdown, reversers engaged,
129 knots.
little bit of right rudder there.
1 knots. 110 knots. 97 knots. 86 knots. 74 knots.
60 knots.
61 knots.
Take those out,
50 knots.
manual brakes.
33 knots. CDU message cleared.
Stop that. There we go, not bad. Disarm our, trying to disarm our reversers. There we go. Or non-reverser spoilers. We'll disconnect off V-pilot so that we're not sat on the runway. And there we go, 257 FPM, not too bad I would say. Do our after landing flow here, get our APU powered up. Yeah, we'll take that. Go around there, but it's alright. If you're chasing the glide down like that, I think it was the MCP altitude that fooled us. It was following on VNAV and the readings were pretty much spot on, so I assumed we'd got the glide. It looked okay, but then obviously it just leveled out at some point. So that wasn't gonna work, and then we were chasing it down, so you don't want to be coming down that fast past 1,000 feet, so we just had to go around, but that's okay. There we go, APU's almost ready. Just going to set our parking brakes here now in a second, so that we can not have FS Airlines aboard on us. It's going to lag out here now I end my flight. Hopefully it doesn't submit the takeoff incidents. It's not supposed to be submitting those. It doesn't show that as a penalty or a landing, so I will look at that in a second. I think our APU is definitely on now, so let's just pause the sim a second. I'll just go to gate 32, whatever, or whatever it's, it doesn't matter. There we go. And we can do our shutdown flow. Oh, it came too far in then, yeah, that's good. Right.
GPS are invalid.
There we go. Shush. Switch over APU power. Not bad. Right. We'll just leave it there then. I'm not going to mess around and put it on GPU power. Just can't really be bothered. We don't need to. Just leave the airplane as it is. Excellent. What I do want to look at is just messing around with this sensitivity here for a second.
Assistance options.
So
activities. Assistance option. Social panel. Notifications.
Okay, good. If we go to no, we want controls here. So here's the issue, I think.
Dollar tooltip. Button. Dollar tooltip. Bravo.
I probably can't even select my thing at this point.
Keyboard. Sensitivity. Button.
Yeah, I can't select it because my
ESC to go back.
control is currently in, which is
open preset manager.
Bit of a problem. Let me just, I'll tell you what, we can solve that by just quickly disconnecting my Bravo. And then
mouse controller
T flight stick X is right there, but then here is my issue, because we can go to where was it? Sensitivity, which is apparently a button. Ah, here we go. Maybe we can do it. Pop-up window. No calibration data below 1 buttons. Done. What the fuck does that mean? I'm just going to move it around and see. See, I have no idea what we're doing here. And look, it's got these, but they're not labelled. Are they? Can see joystick slider X, joystick R axis, joystick, yeah. But that doesn't really... None of that helps me because it's not going to read any of those sliders. So I haven't got a clue how I can change any of those. So you guys will see the problem. That this thing is super sensitive on the rudders, which is why we had a takeoff problem, because that and the wind and me trying to make inputs was too much for it. But I can't change the sensitivity properly. It's going to escape.
Press M to open
Yeah.
preset map brakes.
That didn't help me at all. So
Keyboard profile.
I'm gonna have to see if there's another way that I can change.
Keyboard profile. Search bar. Pop-up window. Warning. Bindings have changed.
Bindings have changed. Do you want to
and save the
apply?
modifications?
Not really,
Below
because
are
I don't
three
know what the hell I did.
1. Apply and save. 2. No. 3. Cancel.
So we'll
Currently highlighted.
press on no. We
Controls options.
don't really want to save.
Button 4 of 4.
See, someone said there was
General options.
something in general
General
about
options screen.
sensitivity, but I
Graphics.
have no
Camera.
idea
Sound.
if
Traffic.
that's true.
Data. Flight model. Miscellaneous
There
button.
might be
Flight
something
model.
in flight model,
Button. Use right stick.
but
up.
I
Miscellaneous
don't.
button. Flight model.
Let's
Search
see.
bar. Press enter to validate. Search bar. Flight model. Modern.
That's
List
just
with 2
flight
values.
model modern.
General options.
That doesn't really
Button.
help me. That's not really
Graphics.
what I'm looking for.
Camera. Sound. Traffic. Data. Flight model. Miscellaneous button. Accessibility.
Accessibility, developers,
Developer. Miscellaneous
some
button.
miscellaneous,
Accessibility. Miscellaneous. Copilot avatar.
Copilot,
Instructor.
instructor, legal.
Credits view. Credits. Credits 40. Press F12 to reset. Legal. Copilot Pilot avatar. Units of measurement. Language.
Units of measurement. Someone was asking me that the other day.
List with 3 values.
If you're watching
US system uses feet, gallons,
Bulgaria, you
inches
can
of
change
mercury.
change
System
your
uses meters, liters, kilograms, millibars.
change your measurements there.
Language.
But that's
Search
not
bar.
really what I was looking
Text
for, is it?
entry
Yeah,
field.
I don't see how we're going to
Select
do that, to
enter
be honest. I
text.
think we're just going to have to leave it as it is, which is kind of annoying because that's way too sensitive.
Options menu.
But,
Page 1 of 1.
oh god,
General options.
yeah, well, that's kind of annoying. I'll look into that, see if there's a way we can change the sensitivity. Because I think we're going to have some issues with that if we have a... Because it was a 13 knot crosswind, so I think it was just too much for it, to be honest. But yeah, we'll have to see. Anyway, nice landing in the end, and glad that we were able to submit it, and some nice control on the way. Thanks to everyone in chat. I will get at some point in the next few days, see if we can organise some kind of event in this area in the next few weeks for the BVI pilots who may want to join. But yeah, other than that, I will see you later.